Hello guys, it's me. Today we're reacting to his story. This guy that's been popping out lately. I've heard so many of him. Okay, let's watch one of his videos.
I turned on my Xbox and grabbed my controller, ready to game all night. But then a window smashed behind me. I turned and saw a masked man with a neck tattoo climbing in, and my whole body
What the?
instantly froze. Mom! My throat closed up from fear mid-scream. And when Mom rushed in, she went pale and threw her hands up. Sir, take anything you want. Please don't hurt us. The masked man stared at her for a moment, then looked around the room, and his eyes settled on me.
Yo, bro, imagine gaming and someone just jumps in, bro.
Heart pounded as he walked towards me with a grin. The pistol on his hip flashed, and I remember freezing in fear, thinking he was going to kidnap me. I mouthed at Mom, hit him with the lamp because his back was turned to her, but she was too scared to move. The man reached me, and his hand shot out. I closed my eyes, bracing for contact, but he reached past me and started shoving my Xbox into his bag. My stomach curled because that was my favorite thing in the world. I'd fought with Mom every day for weeks to convince her not to sell it, and he was taking it. I grabbed the man's arm. Please, no, sir. Take anything else. But Mom crossed the room and snatched my hand away. I'm sorry, sir. Her voice shook. Take what you want. Don't listen to my son. She glared at me. Our safety is more important than your Xbox. She backed away, gripping my arm, and I watched the man grin and climb out through the broken window with my Xbox. I dropped to my knees, crying and still hyperventilating. I thought I was going to die and my Xbox was robbed, but that night I woke up from a nightmare about what happened when I heard Mom's voice outside. Thank you so much. I didn't know how else to take that Xbox from him. I looked out, watched as Mom gave $100 to a man with the same neck tattoo from earlier. I realized she'd traumatized me with a fake robbery just to steal my Xbox from me so I couldn't game anymore. At least she doesn't know about the Nintendo Switch hidden under my bed. I turned on my Xbox and grabbed my controller, ready to...
What the? Lad, this was interesting. We have to subscribe to this guy, bro. Of course we're gonna subscribe and we're gonna enter his... we're gonna enter his Discord. His Discord... Oh, he has a Discord. Yo, History Basement. Okay, we'll just enter it later. Okay, let's look at this one now.
I was almost asleep in row 2. I was almost asleep in row 2 when every screen on the plane changed to a single black screen with white text. You are asleep. We are sorry for what is going to happen. A woman a few rows back gasped so loud that half the cabin turned around, and I heard someone whisper, "Wait, are we actually asleep right now?" My hands went cold, gripping my armrests. We were 30,000 feet up. There was nowhere to go, and for one horrible second, I genuinely couldn't tell if this was real. Maybe I really was still half asleep, and I was about to wake up disoriented in my own seat with my neck cramped from the headrest. The guy across the aisle from me grabbed his own face. "This isn't real. This isn't real." A little girl started crying. "Mommy, are we going to die in our sleep?" Her mom couldn't answer her, just kept saying shh, shh, while staring at her own screen like it might change again any second. A man near the exit row shot out of his seat, yanking at the door handle like he could actually open it mid-flight. "Something's wrong. Let me out." A flight attendant grabbed his arm. "Sir, sit down. That door won't open up here." I watched her other hand shake as she reached for the intercom, and my stomach dropped because I could tell she was about to say something to the whole plane that would make everyone panic. My legs wouldn't move. Every part of me wanted to just stay buckled in and let someone else handle it, because what if I was wrong? What if I said something and made it worse instead of better? But I unbuckled anyway, my hands shaking as bad as hers, and ran up to her. "Wait, look at every screen first. What if someone hacked the entertainment system? I don't think we're asleep. Someone's just messing with us." She took a deep breath and nodded, holding the phone against her chest instead of lifting it to her mouth. Then the captain's voice came through the speakers. "Folks, we've confirmed a security breach in the entertainment system only. Every other system on this aircraft is working perfectly. We're sorry for the scare." The man at the door let go of the handle and sank into his seat, his whole body shaking. When we landed, the pilot walked back through the cabin and stopped at my row. "My flight attendant told me you helped keep things calm back here." He shook my hand. "Thank you. I still don't know if I would have done the same thing on a different day, but that day, I did." I was almost asleep in row 2.
Okay.
The robot I built to do my chores went rogue and was stalking me.
That story was that story was good, bro. I wanna see his face, bro. I want him to do a face reveal. I'll tell him to add me on Discord, then we talk. I'll make a video when talking with his story. We'll see if he'll
me
reveal
my own
his
house.
face.
It was programmed to eliminate everything dirty it found. I didn't realize that I hadn't taken a shower that day, and I was filthy from assembling all the parts. Now that mistake could cost me my life. The minute it came online, I became its prime target. There was nowhere to hide. The robot had my scent and was closing in slowly. I was cornered with no escape route. It raised its left arm. At the end was a brush with steel bristles. Eliminate mess by any means necessary. The steel brush began spinning with enough force to strip the skin from my bones. As the robot moved toward me, it knocked my grandmother's urn off a shelf. It shattered, and her ashes went everywhere. The robot immediately shifted focus. New target acquired. It used its other arm to vacuum the ashes. I took my opportunity and ran past it. Sorry, Grandma, but thanks for buying me some time. As I ran through the house, I knocked over every plant, plate, and vase I passed, making more mess to distract the robot. I was great at robotics, so the machine made quick work of it. I ran up to the bathroom and hid in the shower, but it wasn't long before it found me. I looked around, nothing to grab but the handle to turn the shower on. I was cooked. Then an idea struck me like lightning. I threw the shower on. Cold water ran down my body, washing the dirt away with it. The robot stopped in its tracks. Target lost. It turned around in search of more mess, exposing the off switch on its back. I jumped out of the shower and threw the switch. The robot collapsed. I looked around my house. There was still a lot to clean up now, but after all of that, I was happy to do it myself. The robot I built to do my chores.
Okay,
I opened the door to my mom's friends, and they instantly ran upstairs into my room. I followed them confused and saw them opening my clothes drawers, inspecting dust on my windowsill, and grabbing candy bar wrappers off my desk, yelling, "Why isn't this cleaned?" At least that's how Mom made it seem it would be when she had me deep clean my room 2 hours ago, spraying antibacterial fluid in corners I'd never even touched. But when Mom's friends came over, not a single one went to my room. They were too busy drinking wine and making an actual mess in the living room, while I took off my cleaning gloves, having just wasted hours to please people who never even cared. I opened the door to my mom's friends, and they instantly... Dylan got in my face and crossed his arms. "You can't be here. This is my cliff." I told him this cliff was part of nature and didn't belong to anyone, then looked down at the 100-foot fall into the water. My legs shook, ready to do the cliff jump I'd been training for all summer, but then I felt Dylan shove me from behind.
No way!
He knocked me off balance, and I started descending 100 feet. I screamed, unable to control the fall, and smashed into the water face first. I came up 10 seconds later, water pouring from my nose as my whole body hurt. Dylan hurled through the air seconds later and landed in the water, pointing at me and laughing. "I told you this cliff was mine." At the hospital, doctors told me the impact had crushed my lungs, broken my jaw, my orbital bone, and both shins. I spent 6 months in the hospital getting surgeries and a hollow tube placed in my
months. That's why.
Chest, just so I could breathe again. My 2 brothers sat with me every day, swearing they'd get revenge on Dylan, but I stayed silent the whole time, because even talking hurt too much. When I finally came back to school on crutches, Dylan took them from me on my first day. "What's wrong, Cliff Boy? Can't handle a little shove?" He shoved me in the back with the crutches just like before, and I immediately fell, my legs too weak to hold me up. I cried in pain as Dylan laughed, and at home told my brothers everything. The rest of the year, Dylan splashed me with water and hit my chest, knowing my lungs were weak, even threatening to push me again if I ever came to his cliff again. So I did. That summer, I walked up to the cliff, my heart pounding as I stepped with my crutches. Dylan was preparing to jump from 110 feet, and when he saw me, his face lit up. Here to get pushed again, he walked towards me, but I threw my hands up. "I'm not here to jump. I just want to watch you do what you're so good at." He laughed as I stroked his ego. "That's right, I'm the best." He turned around, but right as he started running towards the cliff, I stuck my foot out. Dylan tripped and face planted in the dirt. I laughed at him, but then I saw him curling his fists, ready to get up and beat me to a pulp. That's when I whistled. My 2 older brothers instantly emerged from the bushes and picked Dylan up before he could react. He thrashed, but they were too strong. I walked up to him. "Now say sorry or we're throwing you down." He instantly started begging. I'm sorry, please let me go." But I just shook my head. "I don't think so, Cliff Boy." I snapped my fingers, and my brothers tossed Dylan over, sending him flying 110 feet down his own cliff. I watched him smash into the water uncontrollably, just like I had done, and laughed to myself. We'll see how he likes having no lungs. Dylan got in my...
Yo, wallahi, bro, wallahi, his story is so good, bro. Wallahi. Well, we have to already subscribed from the beginning, I forgot. Bro, his story is so good, bro. Okay, I'll make another video with his story. Okay, peace, let me collaborate with him.